Everything that surrounds us starts with a creative, whether it's the color, the texture, the pattern, the material, the construction of it, the shape of it. It all starts and ends with a creative. My name is Ashlyn Beck. I'm the creative director at Springs Creative. My earliest memories of being interested in art were when I used to sit next to my grandmother as a child, and she would sit and sew me outfits. I would paint and draw. I started making books, like booklets for her as a child. And then as I got older and got into high school, the more art classes that I took and the more art classes that were available to me, I realized I was a much better painter and illustrator than in any other area. Okay, so Caitlin, this is an archive document that we have that was an original piece that was woven, and it's a huge rug that someone would have had in their floor, early 18th century or mid 18th century. We would take this file and scan it in and digitally recreate it here on the computer, and we're able to manipulate the colors, change the size, the scale, and this piece here shows you a reference of how we would color match something like this. So what we're trying to do is make this look as close to that as possible. The high school that I went to was more focused on sports, so having a lack of capabilities to be able to take my creativity to the next level there was a bit of a struggle. So I went to a community college and I took the program that offered the most print design, graphic design, photography, textile design, any type of surface design. But in addition to doing things on fabric, we do wallpapers as well. Okay. So this wallpaper came from an original archive document. It was a floral that was printed on fabric. It was screen printed. And I took that floral apart and opened it up, redrew it, recreated it, changed the format of it. This white egret that's shown here is something that I recreated and added in there into that layout to just add that little extra bit of, design flair to it.
How long have you been working here at Springs?
I've been here for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I started working with Springs Industries probably 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I guess. Springs actually has a very long history in South Carolina in textiles. It's over a 100-year-old company. We have access to over 1 million archives because we're bringing the digital and the manufacturing back here, the digital printing and manufacturing back to South Carolina. That's offering more opportunities in those areas where those plants were closed down years ago and everything was sent away to other countries. We have the opportunity to bring those businesses back here to South Carolina.
Cool. So when y'all go to make a fabric, try to fit in with the trend, you just change the color, or are there other aspects that you change as well?
We have to change the other aspects as well. This actually started out to be a lot larger than it is than you see here, and it was in like a rust and gold and white combination. But what we've done is taken it and kind of followed the same color flow here, but then also come back with these, which are darker and heavier, and have more saturation.
What is your favorite thing to do here?
Well, my favorite thing is to create art, because once I've made all those colorways and we can have that pattern printed out that someone could use on their furniture or for pillows or for drapery. This pattern, this toile, is something that I drew by hand. So we took it apart and I recreated all the columns, the landscape in the background. I added in the ostrich and a monkey. So this is our design area, and all the designs that I was previously showing you start here. This is Sarah. She's one of our textile designers.
Hi.
She's taken a piece, recreating it in a larger format so that we can have more of that pattern to print.
Is there anything new or exciting going on inside Springs Creative that will be revealed later on?
Yes. We're going to be moving shortly. We have a whole new facility across the street. It's called The Thread. And once we move into The Thread, the archives that we house, which is over 1 million archives, will be placed in that location so that it's very easily shopped. And we'll have our digital print facility down in Elliott still. So everything here that's brought, every design that comes through here and is approved through the Springs office over here in Rock Hill will be sent down to Elliott to be put into production.
Is there any advice that you would give to anyone going through high school or anyone in college, searching for that creative field and industry and career eventually?
I never thought that this world, I guess I never really knew this world existed. I was always taught that, most artists were cartoonists, they might be illustrators, they were, working, never making money. So whenever I became a textile designer, I really thought that I had hit the jackpot, because now I can make money doing what I love, but also still use my illustration and my photography skills to help me as well. You can beat this, you can do this. This job is out there. There is manufacturing. There are creative jobs where you can, find your place. Don't be intimidated. Learn and educate yourself as much as you can to what you need to do in the workforce so you can pursue that passion.
I just want to tell you that I haven't been inspired in a long time, but like seeing your shirt and knowing how you've made it, it just makes me want to just go out and get a blank canvas and start all over again.
You should do it.
Yes.
I started doing this when I was in high school.